This week on Neuqua Now, monologue show, spoken word, and more, coming up next. Good afternoon and welcome. I'm your host, Lucy Braun, and this is Neuqua Now. The Neuqua Valley Spoken Word team has just finished their first round of Reading Radical. Here's Buzz with the scoop.
Rooted in Radical is an under-19 Chicago Poetry Festival hosting more than 500 poetry performers over 4 weeks of various events. A total of 7 members of Neuqua Valley's spoken word team wrote, edited, and practiced performing their own original pieces over the course of a month. On Saturday, February 17th and Sunday, February 18th, they performed their pieces in the first round of Rooted in Radical's performance poetry competition in Chicago.
My experience at Rooted in Radical was just so much fun. Everybody's so supportive. I don't think there was a moment of anxiety for me because everybody was just, it's a competition, but it wasn't competitive.
The first round of the competition isn't over yet, meaning that the results of the winners are not yet out. However, the team is definitely not done writing and editing new pieces and perfecting their performance techniques.
A couple weeks we'll learn if we got enough votes for any of our team members to move on, and if we did, we'll go on to the next round and hopefully the finals eventually. And after that we've got a local slam and maybe one in Rockford, which would be really cool.
Although team auditions are now closed, the club is always open to new members that are interested in recreational poetry and original writing. Meetings are every Thursday in room B127 from 2:45 to 4 p.m. Contact Mr. Bodwell for details. And for Neuqua Now, I'm Buzz Bludgeon.
There are so many spring sport opportunities here at Neuqua, like soccer, tennis, and baseball. Speaking of sports, the basketball playoffs were Friday, February 23rd, and Wednesday, February 21st. Here's Jack with the story.
Neuqua basketball prepared for the 4A Aurora sectional when they took on Downers Grove South last Wednesday.
With Neuqua basketball coming to an end, players reflected on their best memories competing and shared their thoughts about the end of the season.
My favorite memory with Neuqua was either bus rides with my teammates or the regional championship game against Joliet West my sophomore year.
After taking down Downers Grove South High School, the Wildcats moved on and took on one of the top teams in Illinois, Downers Grove.
Playing my last game at Neuqua was pretty sad and emotional because I'll never get to play basketball again for the most part. Something I'll miss from Neuqua basketball is hanging out with my teammates and the bonds I've made with my teammates, going out to dinner with them, and hanging out with them in general.
It's safe to say that playing Neuqua basketball for 4 years was something to remember for all the players. And for Neuqua Now, I'm Jack Thormeyer.
Good afternoon, Wildcats. My name is Hannah Aurelio.
And I'm Paige Johnson, and welcome to New News Don't Snooze, a segment where we cover some unique topics in order to brighten your day.
Hey Paige, have you heard about Hank the Tank?
No, I haven't. What's Hank the Tank?
Hank the Tank, the bear behind 21 home invasions, has been captured near Lake Tahoe. She was seen by witnesses, yes, she, eating 2 gallons of ice cream from a garbage can.
How big is she?
Well, locked in at 500 pounds. She's a big one, folks. And also, she's a mother with an entourage of 3 little cubs. But unfortunately, at least one of the Hanks was injured in a car accident with a pedestrian and is in rehabilitation.
Well, this alligator may not be as big. His impact on people is way bigger. Wally is a 6-foot, 55-pound alligator who wears a harness and a leash. He has 25,000 followers on Instagram and even more on TikTok. With him rising to fame, he's been invited to events such as Philly Games, and he's even gotten to meet some of the players. He is the first reptile to be legally named an emotional support animal, and he has done this by helping his owner navigate depression, especially difficult moments like deaths in the family.
Well, that is so heartwarming. You know, speaking of mental health, Elmo takes a turn as therapist after he asks on Twitter how everyone is doing. A few of his most popular responses include, "Not well, Elmo. They done raised rent and everything at this point. I'm coming to live with you on Sesame Street." To which Elmo responded on Facebook, "Elmo would love that. #neighbors."
I think we would all love to be neighbors with Elmo. Another response was, "I don't want to go to class, Elmo. I need some words of encouragement." And Elmo responded, "You can do it. Try to make some new friends. That will make class extra fun and you will want to go back tomorrow." And another user responded to that, bro, that's actually such good advice.
Elmo responded to everybody, wow, Elmo is so glad he asked. Elmo learned that it's important to ask a friend how they are doing. Elmo will check in again soon. Friends, Elmo loves you. Hashtag emotional well-being. You know, even though this started out as one simple question, it has skyrocketed into something way bigger and better. And clearly Elmo has brightened people's days all over social media.
That's such a positive way to end New News Don't Snooze. I'm Paige Johnson.
And I'm Hannah Aurelio,
reporting from Neuqua Now.
Well, that was definitely unique. Next up is Charlie with details about Monologue Show.
Originally staged in 2005, the Monologue Show was Neuqua's only student-written production. Students write and perform their own speeches, poetry, and skills, typically featuring more than 50 different performers. The Monologue Show features a different cast and all new pieces each night. We interviewed Mr. Rossi, the head of Neuqua's theater department, for more information on this topic.
I think the Monologue Show is some of the most rewarding, valuable, exciting teaching I get to do all year. And I really am humbled that I get a chance to be a part of it. I've run the Monologue Show for 20 years, and what I enjoy about it is I get to work with students on things that they have written, and I get to help them so that their writing is their best and that they feel really good about it. And then they present it, and I can't think of a more authentic, better use of like Neuqua's writing program.
The Monologue Show will be hosted Friday, March 8th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. and Saturday, March 9th from 3 to 4:30 p.m. and 7 to 8:30 p.m. And from Neuqua Now, I'm Charlie O'Hagan.
Did you know that St. Patrick's Day shamrock was once a sacred plant? Speaking of St. Patrick's Day, let's see what fellow students here at Neuqua think of the upcoming holiday.
March 17th is coming up. Let's see what Neuqua students are doing for St. Patrick's Day. What are your plans for St. Patrick's Day?
I'm probably going to do the St. Patrick's Day parade in downtown Naperville with my friend.
What's your favorite thing about St. Patrick's Day?
My favorite thing is the river and seeing it green.
What are your plans for St. Patrick's Day?
Probably have some Irish cuisine.
What are your plans for St. Patrick's Day?
To just go home and relax. Probably drink the shamrock shake.
What's your favorite thing about St. Patrick's Day?
Probably like all the green stuff on like green toilets. It's kind of cool.
What's your favorite thing about St. Patrick's Day?
My favorite thing about St. Patrick's Day? Well, it all started when I was
What are you doing for St. Patrick's Day?
I don't have any plans yet, but usually I have some corned beef and cabbage.
What's your favorite thing about St. Patrick's Day?
Probably nothing. It's the least favorite holiday. It's useless. I don't care for it at all. Well, that's it for Neuqua Now. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time.